Hey, JulesBlessedVegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. And for those of you who are new, I know you can benefit. So people, it is freezing outside, and I know it's actually freezing other places, and it's not exactly freezing, but there's a wind chill. And what happens is, can you see my hands? Can you see the white parts on my hands where my fingers are literally frozen? Okay, I know it's this weird thing that's happened over the last couple of years. I'm not going to blame going raw vegan. I've always had really low blood pressure, a low temperature, body temperature of 96.6, a high of 97.2, but they freeze in a crazy way. And it, like, even to touch, oh my, right? So I just calmly let them work their way. Sometimes it's worse than others. Somebody said it's an actual thing. And they're already starting to, warm up in parts. But even with gloves, even if I just hold a cold item, so it may not even be cold outside, but if I hold a cold item, like from the freezer, hi, frozen fingers. I think it's for lack of circulation, but if you know anything about it, I'll accept all theories. It's crazy. Sometimes it worries me because I've had situations at school where I've gone to the nurse and said, should I put a heating pad on? It's never good to douse these in hot water. It's better to let them thaw naturally, but it's kind of funky, and I've been a little more concerned about it in the last year or so because it seems worse. Anyone for frozen white thawing fingers? I'm all in, people, whatever your thoughts are. Okay, so I'm going through defrosting fingers, which never feels lovely. And I try and be a little more careful. It's just, I had to get my horses in and I hurried out and I didn't wear proper gloves, but it's okay. They're defrosting. I'm okay. I will figure that out. Okay, so I am talking about Abraham Lincoln quotes. This is day 6. This one is the icon for the video. Whatever you are, be a good one. By Abraham Lincoln. Do you love that? Whatever you are, be a good one. I agree. I have to tell my students all the time, not everybody is called to go to a 4-year college. More than half my family did not go to 4-year colleges, and they far exceed the money that I make, okay? If you have a passion for whatever it is you're doing, you can excel at it no matter what. And there is not just one road, right? And I think, like Jesus, who was so accepting, I mean, come on. Jesus knew you don't hang out with those who have already proclaimed themselves righteous nightmares, who are completely saved and don't need anyone because they're so incredible, right? He's like, no, I want to be with people who are still open to growing. I want to be with people who are uncertain of what their path is and maybe enlighten them. Jesus came for the sinners, right? And so it's the same thing like with Abraham Lincoln. I don't know what you are. I don't know if one job is lesser. I think right now in the pandemic, we've really come to appreciate the diversity of people's jobs because we've needed all of them, right? Like all of a sudden, those who dare to pick up our trash are so appreciated because we're stuck at home and generating more than ever. For those who do things like provide food and food trucks and work at the grocery store and in the line. And I'm not saying that those were lesser jobs, but in the, pyramid of jobs, which always seems to start with things like, the lawyers and whatever, they can be considered lesser jobs. And yet we appreciate more than ever all of those secondary jobs which are keeping us in motion during this very difficult time. So whatever you are, just be a good one. And I just think that's so true. Let's have pride in whatever it is we do. Let's make the most of whatever it is we do. I mean, all the saints said, all the saints, especially St. Teresa of the Little Flower, that we're just called to absolutely embrace the moment in whatever it is we do in our day, and in doing that to its fullest and with pride, that's a prayer in itself. And I love the idea of that. whatever you are, be a good one. All right, my friends, like if you like, join us if you haven't, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below how I may support you, especially in prayer. Obviously, I am having a Friday. I worked and worked all week, and I'm happy to warm up and to honor my family by spending time. So know that I pray for you, and God willing and the creek don't rise, I will see you again tomorrow.